Alright, so we decided that we're gonna head to the courtyard because it's a location we've never seen before, and that's mostly the reason why. Still not sure how to feel about April. It's too early to tell.
What is that?
Whoa. What was that? Was that the thing we saw in the background in the original?
It might be.
And now it's grown.
Well, we're just closer to it, probably.
That could be as well. It's either we're closer to it, or maybe it's gotten bigger with time. Some kind of like distortion field. Who knows? But interesting. Creepy looking house. At least from the courtyard. A gust of cold air hit her as soon as she set foot outside. If anything, Mariko confirmed for herself that April was telling the truth. There was some kind of barrier surrounding the whole mansion. She could see stars on the sky, and the outline of a few trees on the other side of the barrier, but nothing more than that. The rest of the landscape was hidden. The closer she got to the border of the barrier, the louder the weird buzzing sound coming from it was. The same went for the energy it gave off, making Mariko's skin vibrate with an odd, tingling sensation. Could it have been the work of some kind of spell? How powerful would a person need to be in order to cast a magical barrier of such size? There also stood a dried out, dirty fountain in the middle of the courtyard. Its state left behind little to the imagination. It clearly hadn't been active in years. When it came to April, Mariko didn't need to look far. After all, he is so tall.
We're tall too.
I guess so. Standoff.
I said that he looks super tired.
That is true.
We should say that.
Rather than try to continue our argument.
We don't need to do that. You know, you look like you haven't slept in a week.
If you came out here to point out pointless crap, then spare yourself the effort.
No wonder you're this grumpy.
My lack of sleep is hardly at fault with that. I feel like I'm used to not sleeping much.
Why so defensive then?
Are you seriously asking me that? Take a look around you. You guys are taking this whole situation way too casually. Offering your trust to everyone without a second thought might become the death of you. We don't even know if those guys are telling the truth or not. Hell, I still think you are hiding something from us.
That would certainly explain your attitude towards me. And I suppose I have no other choice but to find a way to prove you otherwise.
Oh. Was that it? Oh, at least we gotta look around.
I liked it. It's pretty out here.
After checking up on April, Mariko decided to, we're going to the other locations too. Library or hall?
Well, I guess we'll go to the library and end up back in the hall, right?
I guess. What if we can only visit two?
Well, then we'll end up in the hall anyway.
Alright. Yvonne was sitting by the table, lost in a pile of books. There's nobody else to be seen, however.
Wasn't Shira with you? Oh? I'm pretty sure she's still been here a minute ago. You haven't passed her on your way here? I haven't.
Mariko wanted to... Uh-oh. What do you think?
I don't know.
I'm confused at what to do. Maybe she fell in some secret passage or something, or maybe she's up to something?
I don't know. What would she be up to?
We could stay here and I guess chat with Yvonne, or we could try to look for her. So what do you want to do?
I guess I'll just stay here.
Alright.
I don't know. Oh well, maybe she just went back to check up on Shira. I think I'll stay here. How's the research going? I've been looking for anything that had to do with healing spells. I was thinking that maybe we could help Miss Shira somehow. But according to this book, not everyone can learn them. Only a small percentage of people are born with the talent. It's still unknown what the factors deciding it are. Some say that if both of your parents have the talent to heal, you have a high chance of becoming a potential healer as well. But even then, it's not granted. Some claim to have seen... It was supposed to be guaranteed, I guess. Some claim to have seen cases of healers being born into families that haven't had any healers in them for centuries. In other words, you're either born a healer or you're not. It mostly depends on Lady Luck's will.
Leave it up to old Lady Luck.
This is worrying. What are the odds of one of us being a healer?
I don't know. It could be one of us. It could be all of us. Probably not.
If only my mother was here, she'd be able to heal you. If only I could.
It is not thy fault, my lady.
Still, You know, I recall my mother being a healer. Really?
Oh, really now?
But I'm definitely not one. Are you sure? Some say that the talent can lay dormant and resurface at a later age. No, I'm positive. I'm definitely no healer. How is she so positive?
How disappointing. Well, I guess she would have known. She's 14 and never had any healing abilities. She wouldn't believe herself to be a healer.
What about you, though? Me?
Her face opens up.
You seem like the type to want to help people all the time. I'm not sure about that. I don't recall using healing spells on anyone, at least. It might be that you simply don't remember. Now you're just getting my hopes up, Miss Mariko. You seem like you genuinely want to help Sure. How could I not encourage that? Thank you. I really appreciate it. So, anything else? Well, it also says that a healer is unable to heal themselves. Really? Why is that? When you heal another person, you share a portion of your own energy with them, which makes the whole thing work.
Yeah, so you can't use your own energy on yourself, I guess.
Sharing your own energy with yourself it's like pouring water from a vase back into the same vase, you could say. You gain something by losing the same amount of something. That's why it doesn't work. But a healer can heal another healer, of course. So self-efficiency is a problem. Yes, healers are useful allies to have, but they're also vulnerable. That actually makes a lot of sense now that you explained it. There's a lot of knowledge hidden in these books. If you wanted to.
Up.
Marco!
Oh, good. You're both here. Sorry for interrupting your research, but we have some things to discuss. Tell the others to gather in the library as soon as possible.
We're in the library. You do it.
Yeah. As Marco made a couple of rounds to bring all the potions he made upstairs, Marco and Apris worked together to move Sheer, along with the sofa she was laying on, to the library. You moved the whole sofa. Eventually, everyone gathered in the mentioned place.
Even Shira?
I guess? Is she still here? Okay, so, I have some bad news and bad news.
Oh boy. There's always a catch somewhere, isn't there?
The first bad news is that the potions have a time limit. We need to drink them in less than an hour, otherwise they'll be as good as rainwater to us.
Okay. And the second bad news?
Is a little more tricky. It seems that we need to drink them in pairs to make them work properly.
Come again?
Really? Why's that? These potions are designed to work from stimulating interpersonal bonds. Shared memories are what makes them tick, in a sense. Now, if we were to assume that we're all total strangers, this would probably get us nowhere. But considering we needed to get where we are somehow, I think it's safe to assume that we need to stumble upon one another earlier and know one another at least a little bit, no? We probably just don't remember it, like the rest of, well, anything. In other words, oh, that was you.
In other words?
In other words, first of all, we decide on 3 pairs that we're going to stick with for this experiment. Second, each pair will settle somewhere. It's logical to assume that drinking the potions will put us in a state of sleep, or at least near sleep. So, lying down beforehand would be advised. Conveniently, there seem to be enough usable beds around here if everyone were to feel comfortable with the idea. And third of all, we drink the potions and see what happens. If we're lucky, we should be remembering things regarding ourselves and the other person we paired up with.
To be completely honest, that almost sounds like a scenario to a poorly written adult-themed novel. Who the hell comes up with this shit?
Oh, Shira. I'm honestly starting to wonder what kind of places your mind wanders to all the time.
And I'm starting to wonder what kind of literature you tend to read. Piss off! Like you're one to talk. I don't want to hear that coming from someone who touches girls in their sleep.
Oh. I was checking Shear's bandages. How many times do I need to?
Dear gods. Alright, enough. We're in a hurry, aren't we? If you want to jump to your throats, leave the banter for later. Are you sure these potions are safe for us to drink, Marco?
Well, safe-ish. There were a couple of possible side effects listed in the book. Nothing worse than exhaustion or nausea, though. We should be fine.
Look, her hair changes all the time.
Yeah, I've mentioned that.
That's cool. I swear, if this makes me puke all over the carpet... Yeah!
Oh no. What the heck? What's going on?
Yvonne, what happened?
What?
It's the kitty!
It's Salem!
It is.
From Hocus Pocus. What's he doing here?
No, Salem is from Sabrina.
Oh, yeah. What was the one in Hocus
Binks,
Pocus?
exactly,
Binks.
Binks.
Yeah, whatever. I get him confused. Whatever. Gods, girl. Do you want me to go completely deaf?
What is?
This is great.
Is that a cat?
No, it looks like some kind of chupacabra. Foolish mortals, I am none of these things. I am Lord Mutic. Show some respect.
Lord?
I love this music.
I know.
Don't you remember me? Did you hit your head, child? Again? Somebody get me a knife in a bag.
We've lost all our memories, including Yvonne.
Is that so?
You're
Did you just summon me by mistake? I'm your summon spirit. Well, one of your summon spirits. But the others are not really worth mentioning. I'd count forgetting all about them as a blessing, child.
There's more? Wait, does that mean I'm a summoner?
Poor excuse for a summoner, more like. It's the second profession you found interest in, but let's be honest, you'd have more talent in napkin folding. Wow.
Second profession? Napkin folding?
It's very common nowadays. Barely anyone follows the path of a single profession anymore. Although, I can sense that one of you still does. What an oddball.
Who?
You people honestly have no clue? What a bother. I'm not dealing with any of this. Good night.
No! Huh? What are you... My lord, wait, we still have questions for you.
You have questions and I don't feel like giving any answers.
But... if you're my summon spirit, aren't you supposed to obey me?
Am I? How bothersome. What's in it for me? I'm not in the mood.
Wow, that's harsh, man.
No kidding.
What did I tell you about that spark, girl? That goddamn spark.
Well. Oh. He has purring effects. The situation was clearly hopeless. Yala managed to let herself get manipulated into petting and scratching the evil beast.
He's cute.
Eventually, everyone stopped paying attention to it. Okay, we're seriously starting to run out of time, and seeing that nobody really trusts anybody here quite yet, to make things fair, I propose this. We have a deck of cards that I happened to find earlier. We'll take out a king, a queen, a jack, a 10, a 9, and an 8. That's one card for each of us. There we go. Whoever draws the highest card, the king, will get to decide who they want to pair it with first. That will establish the first pair. Then the second highest, the queen, is next, and so on.
I take it the trick here is for the cards to remain hidden until they are summoned? The person with the king isn't supposed to know what card everyone else has, right?
That's right. Things would be more fair that way, don't you think? If the king happens to choose the person that had the queen, the person with the jack gets to choose second instead. There's 6 of us here, so the remaining pair would be decided on its own after that.
Fair enough.
It's not that complicated, is it? Everyone got that? Any questions or complaints?
So we'd leave it all up to Lady Luck and the whims of 2 people?
Unless one of you is also like a He's good at card tricks.
Yeah, we don't know.
Suspicious of Marco still.
Alright. Kinda stupid way to do this, but sure, why not? I think it's a good way. Otherwise, we'd probably keep fighting about it. I second that. Let's do this.
Apris? You guys do what you want. I'm staying out of this. I'll let you decide who pairs up with whom on your own, because I honestly don't care. Wow. Are you sure about that? Yes, I'm sure. Suit yourself. I suppose the smallest card leaves the pile then. I need to get some fresh air. I'll be outside. Okay. Well, I guess it's up to the rest of us then.
Someone really woke up on the wrong side of the bed today.
Yeah, no kidding.
It was you.
Oh, and before we get started, I do hope nobody will try tampering with the cards. Uh-oh. Yes, Shira. It's not just your imagination. I am looking at you. You better whir correctly.
Fine, my bad.
Was she already planning something?
You're unusually perceptive if you can tell, though, I'll give you that. I don't think usually anybody noticed.
What had she done?
Or you've done it before yourself. Wait, you remember doing this kind of thing? I somehow remember that I used to, yeah. Though I have no idea with whom and why. I just recall the act itself. Does that mean you tended to gamble a lot? Hell if I know. Or could it be that you're familiar with illusions, maybe?
Yeah, but Marco seemed to have realized this.
Yeah.
Which is even more suspicious, in my opinion.
Mm-hmm.
Well, it's a useful skill to have, regardless. As long as nobody can tell that you're trying to pull it off behind their backs, that is.
He also knew our name was Mariko before we woke up. Just saying.
He did? Wow, I don't even remember.
Didn't he call us it? Didn't he call us that?
I don't remember. That being said, I'll be keeping an eye on you from now on. I'll have to go check back on that later.
Yeah. Joy of joys.
Everyone gathered in a circle as Marco shuffled the 5 cards in his hands.
Wait, we established a system for this, but who gets to draw first?
Right. You're going to fight over this, aren't you? The potions don't have that much time left.
How about we decide it by age? We don't know how old we are. By age? The oldest of the group will go first, and so on. That's a great idea and all, but which person in this room does actually remember how old they are?
Why not just do height then?
We can base it on appearance. To me, you look the oldest, Mariko.
Wow.
Not counting Apris, that is.
Thanks.
Marco looks the youngest.
Okay, fine. I'll get the remaining card.
So, after Mariko, I'd say it's Ivan, then Shira, then me. Ah, really? That kind of makes me both happy and angry. But okay, let's roll with this. No complaints on my side either. Obviously.
With that combination, Mariko was supposed to get to draw first after all. Alright then. So it's Mariko, Yvonne, Shira, and Sheer. I get the card that remains. Fair enough. Mariko shuffled the cards one last time, then spread them in a neat order before everyone. Mariko decided to draw.
Oh no!
Oh my, I'm saving so we can manipulate this later if we have to.
I say the one in the middle.
Whoop. Return.
The one in the middle.
The one in the middle? Alright then. Are you sure? Now then. I'm sure you're dying to know what card you drew. But I'm going to have to stop you there. Sadly, your time is up.
Oh no!
Oh!
What the hell are you talking about?
What a cruel twist.
I know!
I thought it was gonna be like a breaking the fourth wall thing, but what if there is something in the game itself where like he's like, that's it, and he's like pulling something. on the characters.
It could be.
It could be. Or it just might be the fourth wall breaking. Who knows? Wow. So what do you think about that?
I liked it a lot.
Funk me.
Oh, nice. I think that was the cat song.
Maybe it was. That would make sense.
I liked it a lot. I liked that the characters, like, they blinked and they would, like, move around when they were looking from place to place.
That was pretty cool. I like the detail of that.
Yeah.
Like, the first thing I noticed was when the necromancer, like, he heard something we said and you could just, like, tell there's, like, a twitch in his face.
Yeah.
And, like, wow, that's a nice touch. A lot of games do that.
And, like,
The
you could
visual
actually
novels,
tell
anyway.
that Apris looked tired. Like, it wasn't just like, oh, wait. What?
All right, fine. We'll do this first.
Wait, that's it? Seriously? This sucks. It's because of that stupid cat that all of us got less screen time. A part of my route was originally still planned for this.
Don't blame me for your failures, puny mortal.
I'm going to sue you, cat!
Oh my. And yes, it was by No Bread Studio. And
Good job, No Bread Studio.
yeah, they have some links there. There's also a, like I mentioned at the beginning of this session, there was a IndieGogo, or I don't know, GoFundMe. There's something by them. I don't know what it is, but there'll be a link in the description if you want to support this game. Anyway.
Also, Apris, you'll have to start bending over during the scenes.
He was very tall.
People complain that your head constantly sticks out of the frame.
How about you people find stools to stand on instead? Oh, Apris. Thank you for playing Smiley Face.
So yes,
Yes, where were we?
I liked it a lot. We talking about the character designs.
Yeah, we're talking about how it was cool that the characters had their different... It's on Steam Greenlight. Or,
Okay.
I think there's another site as well, because it already got greenlit. And
Oh.
I'll probably say next. Let's see. Oh, no, it didn't.
No.
There is something. Trust me on that. There'll be a link somewhere. So, yeah. Now let me get back to the discussion we were doing. So, yeah, it was very nice how their facial expressions changed. And, like, it kind of, like, betrayed their... I think it kind of betrayed some of their intentions. Like, the necromancer there for, like, a moment. And,
They were very color coordinated.
I love the color coordination, yes. I definitely like the personality of some of the characters.
Yes.
That was definitely a neat thing. And when Shira dropped the F-bomb, I was like, wow, this is awesome. I'm glad.
Yeah.
Because sometimes I kind of try to watch my language, even though like you probably like mess up more than I do with that.
Yeah.
Like cursing and dropping bombs.
I'm
but,
always cursing.
I was like, okay, now I can let myself go and just like say whatever I want now. That's cool. So that was pretty nice. I like the story. I'm kind of intrigued to see what's going on here.
I want to see the dragon.
I really had no idea what this was going to be heading into it. I did, because I think I mentioned before, the person that, one of the developers or someone on this game, they sent me a message on YouTube, like, oh, would you like to try out my, the game I'm developing? It's a visual novel, and it has, you know, this fundraising campaign for it, and I'm like, yeah. You know, I get some message like that every now and then, but I read the description of this game, and like, it kind of sounds intriguing. And I really wasn't too sure what it would involve, but I did like this kind of mystery that we got set up. It is similar to other games that we played, like Date Warp, where you're stuck somewhere. Although this one, it's kind of more mysterious because you don't even know who you are.
Yeah.
And you don't know who, like, none of the other people know. There's probably someone who knows who they are. There's
Marco?
someone, I would definitely say. Is it Marco?
I don't know.
I think Marco actually is like the rogue. Like we're playing that character.
No, Mark.
Oh, Marco. Okay, see,
Get
that
their
is
names.
confusing. Marco, maybe. Like, there's someone that's definitely a heel in this. I'm feeling it. There's gonna be a twist, but it's all a guessing game at this point. So I do want to see where this heads, and if you enjoy this as well, I would advise you to check out their page and see if you can go out and consider supporting them, because yeah, this is one that I have enjoyed actually.
Yeah, me too.
And I'm glad I gave it a shot.
Me too.
So congrats to the developers on creating an intriguing demo. And yeah, I think I said all I wanted to say about this one. You have any closing thoughts?
I liked the cat.
The cat was an awesome one. I was waiting for that because it mentioned it in the beginning.
Yeah.
Like the disclaimers, like, oh, there's a cat, and like maybe that just like never happens, but then it just came out of nowhere. Like, wow. This is funny.
And I'm really sad. Dragons are like my favorite thing ever, and black is my favorite color, so I'm so sad.
I'm kind of sad we didn't get to see the dragon.
I want to see the dragon.
Maybe
but
in the
I
finished
mean,
project.
I don't know.
there'll
I
be
feel
one.
like that'd be really hard to draw.
But yeah, true. I don't think you really need to have the dragon
You don't.
because it's just kind of like a memory.
But I want to see.
But it would have been cool to see a dragon.
He looks cute in my mind's eye. I can't
That's
draw
true.
anything, so to me, like, it would be really hard to draw one, but they seem to have done a good job drawing people, so maybe they could draw a dragon. I don't know.
But yeah, and that's all for this one. So, I'd like to thank you all for checking this out, and I'll advise you to have a good day. Take care, everyone.